I'm no expert, but I, for one, I'm personally happy with the Lakers front office decision to not pull the trigger on trade deadline and make a move just to make a move. I know a lot of people in Lakerland, former players and fans alike, are very displeased, very upset, and just already throwing in the towel or ready to throw in the towel when it comes to having any optimism or hope for the Lakers this season or for the foreseeable future. Uh, that being the case, it is because of the horrible, disjointed, dysfunctional play and performance of the Lakers. Now, there was a blockbuster trade on trade deadline that everybody was talking about, and that was James Harden for Ben Simmons, and a couple of other assets, Seth Curry and I believe Andre Drummond. But now Simmons get back in the mix, and we have another young dynamic player back in the game, which is always good for basketball fans. And then, of course, you have Harden on yet another team with another superstar, Joel Embiid, who is a big man and a big superstar in the league. Now they have a real chance to threaten in the East and for the title in general. But anyways, back to the Lakers. Our big three that we formed in the offseason to combat the big three that was Brooklyn with Harden, Kyrie Irving, and KD isn't working out so well. Russ got benched in the last game, and people wanted to have this trade with the Houston Rockets for John Wall, but the Rockets wanted to pick a first-round pick, I think in 2027, and the Lakers didn't want to mortgage their future yet again to try to put a Band-Aid on a bullet wound and stop the bleeding this season. Westbrook has been getting a lot of hate, a lot of blame from the fans, and obviously now with the coaching staff and the staff in general at the Lakers themselves. So there doesn't seem to be any remedy for this other than for them as a team, the players, despite whatever else may be going on with the coaching staff or the feud with Rob Pelinka and now LeBron, seemingly because he said the fact that they didn't make any moves was all good with LeBron and AD, and then now LeBron and AD are saying that's not true, that they didn't tell him not to make any moves, but be that as it may, the GM, as he is known, LeBron James, always has a say-so on who's on his team, especially in his later years since he's been an established champion. And he's to blame for this too because he's the one who wanted to make this happen, bring in Westbrook. We know how many trades and draft picks we traded to get AD. That paid off in the bubble when we won a chip. And this year is a disaster. We thought we were going to be better. We traded a lot of key role players. We let Alex Caruso go. We let KCP go. We traded Kuzma. We didn't keep Drummond. There's a lot of players that we brought back Howard, but we're not using them. A lot of players have been hurt. Monk has been nice, but he's not always consistent. So I'm getting off track here. Like I said, I'm happy the Lakers didn't make any moves just to make moves because it wasn't going to fix anything either. But hopefully now the looming doom and gloom pressure that you might get traded off the squad, that's gone now. So you're there. So you can play more freely now, whichever player on the roster that you are. And hopefully you guys can figure out how to gel if you're the Lakers squad and make some kind of run and be respectable going into the playoffs or even a play-in game and make a real run at it. Nobody expects you, even though at the beginning of the season it was the LA Lakers and the Brooklyn Nets that were favored to meet in the finals, super team big three versus super team big three. That's not going to happen. Point is, Lakers are a long way from what their expectations were supposed to be. And hopefully they can just get into the play-in tournament and be a real threat to upset Phoenix or Golden State in the first round. This is all wishful thinking from a LA Lakers fan, but I'm no expert. Like I said, I'm happy without the trade. You can't blame Russ. You can't blame Vogel. It's an entire team lack of effort situation for the LA Lakers. Anyways, until next time, you and